Welcome to another episode of Challenge, and in today's challenge we go back to Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift 2 with a challenge that was requested by, and I believe this is what I saw the comment as when I posted at the time, Madness question mark. Madness space question mark. It's a bit strange, so Madness, I guess, I don't know. But his challenge is quite a simple one. It's to take a Honda Beat. If you could do it up, he didn't mention I couldn't, and try to beat the first 20 rivals in the game. Well, almost technically, if you go through the rival list, there's a number 000. We're not counting that one. It's going to be numbers 1 through 20. So, and there's kind of a reason we don't want to include 000 anyways, in this case. So, we just got to head over to the Kaido Theater, and it's these. Okay, it starts with Little Giant at number 1, and ends down here with Terror Sign at number 20. So, first up we have, of course, is Little Giant in a Toyota Vitz RS. With it's just a simple blue Vitz RS with a wing on it, because why not? Now we'll keep these challenges pretty simple. I'll change the weather up every now and then, and we're gonna always just do SP battles because I just think it's the most proficient way to do it. So that's just gonna be how it works. So here we go. Now I expect this is gonna be probably a pretty easy challenge. Now, if it turns out I couldn't upgrade the beat, then I'm just gonna look like a fool. But I imagine that I was probably able to do that. Okay. Well, I've already discovered one thing about this car, and it suddenly likes to snap out, like quite a lot actually. Requires a bit of finesse. Makes me wish I went in the controls and see if I can switch them over to use the analog sticks. That would probably be a little bit better. Because then I can get more balanced throttle management. Because using it with the face buttons doesn't really work very well, in my opinion. Anyways, of course, we win the first one because, you know, Little Giant isn't that hard at all. So next up we have is Disciple 86 in a Torino 1500 SR specifically. So it's not even the top of the range GT Apex model. All right, so let's make it cloudy this time. And yeah, and it might help a little bit without any shift assist, because then I can bring it to a higher gear and get it a little bit lower. Okay, is this supposed to be cloudy or just a lot of fog? Because it seems to be a lot of fog. Unless this was the game's idea, cloudy, or the emulation just has it all screwed up. I'm gonna say this is just what the game was trying to make it as. Wow, this guy is slow. As in, really slow. Look at that. Not even 25 seconds after that, and he's already finished. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, let's see. Next up, we have is High Rev in a mostly stock looking. The wheels are different, and it's got stuff on the hood, on the windshield there. AutoZam AZ1. Now this could be a little bit more interesting, but again, his car looks to be mostly stock, whereas mine's all done up. Let's see how we get on here. Now the way I'll probably do these rivals is that I'm gonna give myself 3 total chances. If I fail once, then I don't get that back. So that means throughout the rest of the rivals, I'll have to try to beat that person, and then I'll only have 2 chances left. So it's a 3 lives and I'm out sort of deal. And that's not a thing that goes for like every rival. It goes for, you know. Oh my God, this thing's snapping so much. You managed to catch it all the way up just because this thing likes to just oversteer. This thing has more snap oversteer than an SW20 Toyota MR2. I have to say that. It really does. It's trying to kill me. Anyways, so that's High Rev done. Now next up we have is Drifty in a Nissan March 12 SR. all these little small cars. So we're gonna make it a thunderstorm now. Again, no shift assist. Not that it seemed to help much with the last one. Okay, go. Alright, come on. There we go. Yep, looking pretty good. But yeah, what I'm mostly trying to do is, since this thing is trying to snap out constantly, I'm trying to be gentle with the steering, but it's not working very well, especially considering the fact that this is supposed to be the equivalent of a thunderstorm. So okay, well, at least here I can punch it down a bit. So yeah, you can see just how much I'm trying to fight with this thing right now. Trying very carefully to keep it from snap oversteering, so taking it ever so carefully, and even there it's quite tricky. But after about 53 seconds, I did manage to beat him. So I've already forgot his name, Drifty. That's it. So now we have a team leader here of whatever that team is, the Hakone Stalkers, Melon Gripper, and what seems to just be a pure basic Honda Civic SR2, but not exactly. It does have a little bit more power. And for this, we'll bring the weather back to normal, but we'll make it not daytime. We'll make it nighttime. I'm just gonna go through all of these because then, you know, variety. Okay. Don't really have to short shift it a bit there, but there's not really any damage in me doing that for my car there. So okay, this car is just so twitchy. We're just trying to get it down, and it's like, oh no, I want to go there, I want to go this way, I want to go that way. It's like Well, I managed to at least keep that one down together in just a little over 30 seconds, and it was done. So fair enough. Anyways, next up we have is Hi-Fi, and what looks to be a bog standard Daihatsu Copen. So at least we're getting multiple key cards during this, which is nice. Alright, cloudy night. Okay. Yep, loading. There we go. Ironic, yeah. I guess they just think when it's cloudy means fog, because this is something like this would be more like fog rather than clouds. I guess they just want to make it more challenging rather than cloudy as in overcast. Oh my god, this thing is twitching everywhere. It's creepy. Oh, that was it. Not even 20 seconds for Hi-Fi. He didn't stand a chance. He was the slowest by far then. Anyways, Tofu Maniac's next in a Corolla 11. At least this time it's the GT Apex, so it could be a little bit more interesting. We'll get to uphill soon, but for now, let's nighttime downhill in the rain. That's how we're gonna do this. I must say this. When you play this game on like PCSX2, you get like the widescreen like little patch or PNATCH file or whatever it is, and on this game you get all the settings correct. This game looks really, really nice. Like honestly, something like this, if this was possible on actual hardware back in 2005 when this game was originally out, it was like 2007 when we eventually got it in North America, but it was 2005 in Japan, I believe. If this was how it looked and ran, this you probably would have people thinking it's an early PlayStation 3 title. Like, because it honestly looks like it would be an early PS3 title in some ways, but because it does look really nice. But yeah, it's amazing what PCSX2 can do when you get all the settings right and everything done up. The games look absolutely fantastic. And by the way, if you're trying to figure out how to get these settings looking the way it is, just comment down below and I'll take a picture of my emulator settings. So anyways, that one was a little bit longer, about 1:09. So, but we still got it done. Anyways, Eternal Splash is next, and this guy is a high gambler. And he's got a Daihatsu, this is another Daihatsu, this time it's the Storia X4. In fact, it's the facelift Storia X4, something you rarely see in video games, because it's usually the pre-facelift of the Storia, but not here. It's also known, of course, you may also know it as the Sirion X4. That's the thing that amuses me, too, about his car. It looks bog standard pretty much everywhere except the trunk door. It being, like, carbon fiber or something. It's like... It's weird. Oh boy, damn! This thing would require quite a bit of tuning to get it all nicely working. Because man, it just slides everywhere and it's twitchy, and it's like I'm trying really hard to keep this thing moving as much as I can, but it's really difficult when the car just wants to go all over the place. This time I'm probably... yeah, you can probably tell at this point I'm... just so I can keep these going a bit quicker, I'm just kind of letting it bounce off walls, because... man, trying to just... it's just... oh, fuck! That was a bit ugly. But whatever. Minute 3 seconds and he's down. Oh, jeez. Just mess. Anyways, so next up we have is Special Scent in a Prelude Via Vitae. This guy's a supporter, and he's done quite a bit of work to his car. He might be the most challenging one so far. He's also going to be the first one where we're going to switch it and go uphill now rather than downhill. So let's give that a go. Probably should move my mouse icon all the way. Sorry about that. I always seem to forget to do that. So yeah, I love how this speed, I think, makes about roughly 160 plus horsepower. So, and you know, it is a very lightweight car, so it does have that advantage. But I don't know. It looks like Special Scent might not be as tricky as I thought. And I must say, these first corners here in the uphill section are definitely easier until you get up to there at least. In which case, you then gotta, you know, hairpin. See, look, all over the place, and just under 40 seconds for Special Scent. Alrighty. Excuse me. So we're just about nearly halfway there. Next up we have is Mr. Switchback, and he's got a Nissan Sunny pickup truck with a wing on the hood, on the roof. It's just, oh boy, it was cloudy and uphill. Because again, I just want to go through all the different kinds of things, because why not? Just to give it a little bit some variety. Okay, there we go. I expect this guy is probably going to be easier than Special Scent or whatever, but although, of course, everyone's been easy so far, that being said. Okay, just careful. Just keep it down. There we go. Oh! See how easy it is for the car to just snap like that? Just very little effort is required. I wonder if that's why Madness gave me this challenge, because of the fact that the beat is so slippery. Could be the reason. Either that or I'm just an idiot and chose the wrong tires or something. I have no idea. That could also be the case. But there we go. Took some effort, but we got it done in the end. Anyways, so next up we have is another supporter, Kamayama Blockbuster, in a Nissan RZ1 Twin Cam Type B. Name any other game that has this car. Any other game. Seriously, do you know any others? Because I mean, I don't. Anyways. So now we're, of course, going to give it the rain treatment. God, this thing is just... Like, the thing is, this thing is so twitchy, I don't even think trying to have this car, like, shift into a higher gear would help. would help that much, at least, you know. Ah, God, this thing is so fucking twitchy. I'm trying desperately hard to just keep this thing from going all over the place, but it's so difficult to do. In fact, Kamiyama Blockbuster's never gotten far enough for that thing to really go down quick. But it'll be here where I finally do away with him. After about 1:06, so he lasted longer than any of the others. So I guess congrats to him. Anyways, so next up we have is Mr. Mitsu in Rival Car number 12. This is actually a slasher. And yes, it does say Rival Car number 12, but it is in fact a Mitsubishi FTO. But it is it's basically special thing whatever. And I'm gonna get to do him in a stormy uphill battle. This is gonna be fun. This is easily going to be the most difficult of them so far. Probably the most difficult of all of them. Because a slasher, so... most powerful. And because it's a slasher, it gets its own like special little intro. Most of which, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's just made to look... it's mostly just made to look fancy. And then just kind of have the car appear, because, you know... I was just going to show it off in full, because why not? The wheels don't seem to be the same in the cutscene than they are in the actual game, so I guess they decided to change it during then, maybe. This thing also goes on for a little bit longer than I remember. That must be said. But now we actually get to the thing there. Mr. Mitsu. Yeah, I felt like I might as well show this thing because, you know, why not? Let's go, boy. Twitchy car. What would easily be the fastest of the bunch. Going uphill in a thunderstorm. And yet the beat still goes quicker in a straight line. This is very interesting. Oh god, oh god. Ah! No. Oh boy. Well, okay, well there is at least one other good thing. If I'm not able to get him completely drained down by the end of the run, if I'm at least ahead of him at the finish, I will still win, so. Okay, come on. Okay. Alright, carefully around there. There we go. There we go. Now I can actually put a little bit of power down. Managing to make some distance on him too, like more, so than I was actually gonna. I'm gonna be honest. I was actually expecting. Fuck it! Ride the wall. That ended terribly. Oh god, I kind of can't even remember the. Oh, no wonder it's circle. What the fuck? Well, I'm screwed. I am very screwed, in fact. Yep, this one's a fail because of my stupidity. All right, so that means I've only got 2 more lives left. All right, let's make this a little bit easier on myself, though. So let's switch it over to night to just standard weather. In fact, I think I'm gonna honestly at this point just leave it there, because you've seen all the different ones now, anyways, and you get the whole thing with nighttime. It's just you switch the downhill for the uphill. But yeah, this car needs more grip, because its snap oversteers way too much. So leaving it at good weather is probably the best thing I can do for it. Alright. But yeah, it's just that little bit. It takes all it takes is that little bit, and then it just completely snaps out. This beat, I have the feeling this has to be why Madness requested this, because this car is just so difficult to drive when you do it up, because it's just all over the place. It takes very little for this thing to just snap oversteer, and it takes a little bit of effort just to fight it out of it. Because then when you try to correct it, it suddenly wants to go like the other way or something. It's a nightmare. It's just like it honestly really is. But nevertheless, this time we actually did it. So we're now past what was probably gonna be the most difficult of them, anyways. Although this could give it a run. Night Flight, a Medalist, and a Honda S2000 Type V with, holy shit, 395 horsepower. Okay, that's a lot more. Okay, that's more than I was expecting. We'll keep it nighttime and we'll go downhill. There's a lot of power in that S2000, Jesus. And welcome to the fun of emulation. This doesn't display properly at all. I don't know how you fix this. If you know how to fix this, please tell me in the comments, because I would love to know. Because it looks a lot cooler when it's not all sad like that. Oh man, yeah, look at this. I was honestly thinking Mr. Mitsu was probably going to be the most difficult of them. I stand corrected. So yeah, you get like an at least though is the tale of two Honda Roadsters. Anyways, you can tell this time I'm desperately trying to have as smooth of a run as possible, because Night Flight is going to be very difficult to shake off. Although I did manage to get a little bit of distance there, which is surprising. Alright, there we go. Pushing. Alright, we're doing pretty well here, I must say. The fact that I'm just going really carefully, I think might, and just, you know, constantly pressing on the accelerator, just like tapping it, is really helping. I think it's keeping the car from snapping out. In fact, holy shit, it actually really did help. We're actually, well then, yeah, I don't really have a lot of words for that, but yeah, I managed to beat a Honda S2000 with nearly 400 horsepower, so I guess there is a reason I did tune it up after all. Anyways, next up we have is a High Gambler. We have FR Benchmark and a done-up Nissan 350Z. I believe this guy does you race him in the dirt or something? Not that I'm going to really be doing it here in this case, but whatever. This guy's car is mostly, I would say mostly visuals, because, you know, the 350Z makes roughly around nearly 300 horsepower as it is stock, so his only has like a little bit more than that. Yeah, I think I found the trick now with this beat. Take it around corners, just keep constantly tap the accelerator. Seems to help out a lot. It seems silly to have to do that, but it definitely seems to be working, so I'm not gonna complain about that. Anyway, so now all we have to do is just get far away enough, which we are starting to do. He's starting to fall back there quite a bit. No real harm in doing it there. Oh, he hit the wall a little bit at the end there, but yeah, just under a minute for FR Benchmark, so he's done. Anyways, next up we have is Primal Hill, a trickster in a mostly stock-looking Toyota Supra RZ, but it's got some power. In fact, 374 horsepower. So, again, this might be another tricky one. We're gonna go uphill and night. Because since I found the way to do it downhill to keep this thing from really getting all hairy, we're going to try it going uphill this time. And again, we get to experience broken intro. Again, I don't know how you're supposed to fix it. At least there it kind of worked a little bit, which is kind of cool, but just why does it have to be broken everywhere else? It's depressing. At least it seems to always work when it actually shows like the title of the thing. Oh shit. Oh no, 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 no. Oh fuck. No, god. No, that was awful. That was terrible. That was bad. And now we're behind as a result. God, I'm still like getting on the wall there. This isn't not going to plan. The good news though is that I am catching him, so I just gotta find my way in front. There we go. On the inside. It seems to be trickier doing this uphill. But yeah, like I said, the good news is we're now in front of him, so... Alright, and now the better news is I'm starting to now get to a quick section. Or just before that quick section. No, here it is, because it's mostly straight. In fact, he's really falling back there, like, quite a lot. That actually kind of worked better this time. I think it might have just been the way I approached it this time that might have done it. Anyways. Right, we're like I said, we're looking mostly pretty good, and bam! We at least managed to recover from that incident. Anyways, we have yet another rival car. This is a Trickster, number 16, Lightning Shift, with a fairly obvious design as to what the car is trying to be. Although the lettering is on both sides. On the car that this is trying to be, it's only on one side, I believe, the right-hand side. So we'll do it nighttime. Let's do a cloudy nighttime one, and downhill. I think I'll honestly just leave it downhill because the uphill racing isn't very common, anyways. Well, you know, you know what I mean. I think, right? Look at all these bars, man. It looks like this guy is going to be so difficult, but of course, now we can actually see him. Yeah, let's just skip that a bit because you know, broken. I would have laughed if it was like, nope, we know what we're trying to base this off of. This guy's going to be the most difficult in the entire game. But again, yeah, but no, that's definitely not the case. I'm kind of glad it isn't the case, because that would just kind of give even more bias to a car that already has way too much bias as it is. I'm going to be perfectly honest, the Corolla, that generation of the 8086 probably still would have been something special in various different things, but if had Initial D not happened, it probably wouldn't be as fondly remembered. I mean, people would still love the car, obviously, because that's, you know, but... you know. No! Snap over steer Y. It's trying to... it's still trying to kill me. Okay, just don't worry. Don't worry. You're almost done with this guy. That's all that matters. Come on. Push through. Prevail! Yes, okay. Conclude. Yes, indeed. Alright, so I only got about a few more left. I think there's only about 4 more after this. Yeah, next, these 4 are left to go. And they look like they're going to be pretty easy. First up, we have his Kaihin Shadow, an Nissan 180SX Type 2. This looks like he's done at least quite a bit. He's got 257 horsepower, so, you know. And we'll, yep, again, we're just gonna leave. I think I'm just gonna leave it downhill. We'll do daytime, because why not? Because why not? That's all I can really say about that there. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Okay, I probably could have shifted a little quicker than that, but whatever. It doesn't matter. We're we got ahead, and that's what matters. So, oh god, oh boy. Anyways, I guess I might as well mention this since I'm recording this at the time that I am. I'm gonna have a bit of an update video coming out a little bit later on. Whether it's today or a little later this week, it will come out. I'm gonna mention what's gonna be going on and explaining why the videos that are coming out will be what they are. But yeah, I've got something at least planned for what's going to be happening, so there's at least something going on. But it's not going to be quite as how you would expect. But I'll explain more about that when I do the update video, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, but in the meantime, Cayenne Shadow done in just under 1:05. Just checking the time real quick. Anyways, we got another Corolla 11 GT Apex Miracle Runner. It's this time red with semi-angry headlights, I guess, because a little bit at the end there, and 3-spoke wheels. It looks like this guy did at least a decent amount to the power, 210 horsepower. So pretty much, I think it wants to try to be a GT86 before the GT86 was even a thing. Also, is that guy's name? I just realized that says HDD. So what? Does he like his license plate to make people think his car is actually a hard disk drive? Okay, that was really bad. I'm sorry. What was also bad was that, but you know. Alright, well, again, though, it doesn't really matter. We're still ahead and, you know, keeping ourselves alive. We still have 2 lives anyway, so if for any reason these last 2 should cause any problems, I at least have one more chance after that, but... Okay, oh boy. I'm just really trying to be careful here. And there we go. Under a minute for Miracle Runner. Anyways, next up we have is Hakone King, a team leader, this time in a 180SX Type X. And boy, is that not a pretty looking thing. Jesus, those vinyl designs on the color and the wing, and 271 horsepower though, so at least it might actually move a little bit. Anyways, let's get this going and see how we fare. Hakone. I also like how the guy calls himself Hakone King, yet drives that. I sincerely doubt he even is the Hakone King. I mean, it didn't take much for me to pass him, so that's already a sign. Oh man, this thing just... When I'm actually holding it, it's just everything goes bad with it. Just try not to worry. Don't worry. Everything's fine. Everything is going to be fine. I promise. Do I? I actually don't even know anymore. Nice. Shift. Damn, this guy, he's really starting to fall back now. Like, nearly... pretty badly, too. In fact, I screwed up there still, and he was still over 120 yards back. 53.4 seconds to beat him. So, okay, so, finally, we're up to number 20, the last one. It's Terrorsaying in a Subaru R2S. A little bit of an anticlimactic way to finish this, I will be honest, but... at least we're, at the end, and this guy is actually not at Hakone. This guy is at Hiroshima. So we ended off we end this one off on a different location to switch things up. And this one does have quite a fast start thing there, at least. Again, kind of just constantly tapping the accelerator button, and power out like that, and It's, again, it really is an anticlimactic way for it to finish. But there we go. That's all the first 20 rivals, number 1 through 20, done. Just in case you were curious, these would have been, if I were to go to 30, these would have been, the next ones would have been a bit interesting as well, with some of the choices of cars. In fact, if I was to have to go to 40, there would be another slasher at least. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. Another challenge done. If you want to request a challenge, please feel free to leave it down below in the comments. Does not just have to be this game. I've got plenty of games I can do challenges on. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you all on the next one.